Se você acompanha o nosso canal, se você é aluno nosso há mais de 10 anos, você sabe que eu sempre disse a todos os meus alunos nas primeiras aulas que é possível aprender qualquer língua em menos de 6 meses. Eu tive essa experiência na minha vida e levo isso como incentivo a todos os meus alunos. E hoje eu vou mostrar para vocês que essa teoria é verdadeira. Claro que isso não fui eu que inventei, né? Tem vários neurolinguistas que explicam esse fenômeno, mas hoje eu vou mostrar para vocês uma pessoa que saiu do Brasil sem estar fluente em inglês, teve muita dificuldade ao chegar aqui na Austrália, mas que ao final de 6 meses estava fluente e conseguia se comunicar com qualquer pessoa aqui na Austrália. Então eu apresento a vocês João Perotto. O João Perotto, ele é ourives aqui na Austrália, ele é também, né, o noivo da minha filha. Eles vieram para cá, para a Austrália, há exatamente 7 meses, mas com 6 meses ele já estava aí fluente em inglês. Então nós vamos perguntar algumas coisas a eles e, obviamente, para demonstrar a nossa teoria, né, de que qualquer pessoa pode aprender inglês em 6 meses, a nossa entrevista será em inglês. E, obviamente, se você está aí no Brasil e não entende, não tem problema, porque as legendas estarão aí ajudando você, enquanto você não prova também a minha teoria, tá bom? Hello, John. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you. And you?
I'm good too. How long do you stay in Australia?
Exactly 7 months.
When you arrived in Australia, did you speak English in that time?
Actually, when I arrived here, I was speaking quite nothing. I was just saying, "Hi, how are you?" and "Good morning."
Before you came to Australia, how long did you study English in Brazil?
I studied for 8 months, I think, but I was not practicing, so I was just learning theory, and I was not practicing. So I would say that I learned English here and not in Brazil. I was just learning on the paper, but not in the practicing in normal days. I was just learning the paper and online classes. But here I would say that I learned English here.
When you arrive here and you begin looking for a job, do you have any problems to communication with the people?
When I arrived here to find a job, I made small test, and I memorized that test, and I was using that test for any companies and giving my resume. Yeah.
Oh, great! It's a good idea. But when the people talk to you, what you need to do, to what kind of job they offer to you, do you understand what the people say you in that time?
Nothing. When I arrived here, in my first week that I was trying to find a job, I was understanding nothing. I was just trying to complain, but it was so difficult, and I was using the Brazilian style to communicate and trying to show that I was understand, but I was not. I was understand nothing.
But about today, when you talk with your colleagues, your chef, what you feel? Do you understand everything?
Yeah, now I feel myself comfortable, and I'm confident to talk in English and with my college. Actually, I try to communicate with them because we are Brazilian, so we like communicate. We are a communicate person in our culture, and I try to talk with them quite a lot during days.
The most part of people who live in Brazil and they speak English, they have the American accent. I can feel you speak it without the American style, American accent.
Yeah, when we are in a school in Brazil, we learn American English, and here is not. Here is British English, so there are some slangs and other pronunciations a little bit different, but it's English is English. All the word is English. So actually, of course, here we learn a little bit different. For example, let me get a good example. For example, teacher. In American English, they say teacher. Here they say teacher. It's like every word that finish with E and R, they don't say ER. they say a. They
Oh.
say a.
Okay.
A in Portuguese, but a in English. Yeah, they say a. For example, no, it's not teacher. They say teacher.
Okay. But today, how your situation in Australia? Do you have a student visa or other kind of visa?
I came here to study English, of course, and but in a few weeks that I was here, I find a job in 2 weeks here, and this company gave to me skill visa. It's like when you are a good when your occupation is necessary to Australia. So you can change your visa for a work visa, and it's better because my visa when I was in a student visa was for 6 months. Now my visa is 2 months, and after that I can apply for resident permanent.
2 months or 2 years?
2 years, yeah. Now I am in a visa for 2 years, and after that I can apply for permanent resident.
Oh, great! And today you are a very speaking English. You speaker in English. What's the importance of English in your life?
English is the first language of the world, and you can in 100% you can travel around the world just talking English. Of course, that you will find some people that don't speak in English, but I guess most of the countries in the world speak in English. For example, I have a friend that went to Thailand. Thailand is not an English country; they don't speak in English, but and it's a tourist country. So every shops you can you can find people that speak in English.
Great.
Yeah, my English today is not perfect. I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm not native English, so that's right. I don't care about my mistakes. I will make mistakes forever. It's not my first language.
Yes, that's right. The important you can continue the communication,
Yeah.
turn the idea.
Yeah.
It's the best. But what do you think the English? I have a lot of students, fire protection engineer students, and I suggest them every time I can to learn English, to speak in English. And do you think it's important to a world career, to travel around the world? What's the importance of the English in your life today, and what suggest to my student?
A good advice. My best advice for people that say I don't need. Some people say I don't need the English. I don't speak in English in my days. But I would say that the opportunities will just appear for people that it is prepared for them, for it. If you don't speak in English, of course you won't use English in your day because you don't speak English. But for example, to you work in America, or to you came to Australia to work here, I know a lot of engineers that came to Brazil and working here, and now they have a good salary. They are I would say that they are rich here. But if you don't speak in English, these opportunities won't appear for you because you don't speak English. So you have to prepare yourself to receive that opportunities. So I before I came to Australia, I could say I won't use English in my days. I don't need English. But that is the most important topic. If you are not prepared for one opportunity, these opportunities won't appear for you.
Great,
So,
great.
yeah.
I got it. And about the fire protection engineer, what do you think the Australia has give importance? What did they think about fire protection engineer? You think is a good professional here?
Yeah, 100%. Of course, Australia is a big country. Brazil is the 50th country, the biggest country in the world, and Australia is 60th. So Brazil is similar. The territory is similar, but we compare is Brazil has 200 million people in Brazil, and here they have 26 million. It's a big difference. And Australia is a big country, but a small population. Australia is working quite a lot to bring peoples from around of the world to work here, and they are here in Perth, for example. They are having a lot of constructions. and engineers here and firefighters here is a occupation that they are working to find people to come here and work here.
When the people have degree in engineer in general, is easier to get a visa here?
Yeah, Australia has an department to work to working to bring people from the world. So yeah, and they gave for that people that they need here. They have a big list with the occupations that they need, and they normally gave to these people permanent resident
Oh, great.
to stay here. Yeah.
Okay. It's nice to talk with you today. Thank you your time. Thank you your knowledge. I'm very proud because the first time I met him, I gave to him an English book. In that time, he didn't know how to speak one word in English. It is about 2 years ago. And today, I'm very proud because you are a very smart guy, and you get that. You can talk in English with any people in the world. Congratulations to you.
Thank
I'm very
you.
proud
Yeah.
of you.
Before I came to Australia, you normally said to me that I can learn English in 6 months, like they say to you guys, and I could not believe because I said, hey, 6 months is too short to learn English. But if you came to Australia or any country that speaks English, and you when I came to here to Australia, I could say to Rebecca, your his daughter, and we won't speak Portuguese here. We will speak English all the time, and yeah, in 6 months I can have a conversation. So that is possible.
So you have a big opportunity in your life to come here, but the people who lives in Brazil, when they still live in Brazil, do you think it is possible to speak in English fluent in 6 months if they pay attention of that?
Yeah, if you keep your focus in something, you will improve that. So if you keep your focus in English, you will improve that. So yeah, I would say that if you keep your focus in English in 6 months, you will have a conversation without problem.
To get a work permission here, the work visa, do you need some level of in English?
Yeah, but it depends of occupation. My occupation, I had I need 1 score, but in other occupations, it's another score. So you have to talk with an immigrant agent to learn about your occupation here.
And you get the score enough to pass?
Yeah. I said I came here, and that company that I'm working now, they gave to me a sponsorship to get a work visa, and I studied to do the test, and yeah, I got a score, score. Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you your attention. Thank you to see the movie, the video until now, and I just did that I show you that conversation just to prove my theory that any people can speak in English in 6 months. John is a proof of that, and I'm very proud about him. And see you in the next classroom. Thank you.